Y'all come on in. Come on in. Come on in, y'all. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in, y'all. Come on in. Come on in. What is that all around me? Hey, y'all. What's up, y'all? I pray that everybody. Hey, TJ. I'm just getting home from work. I jumped in the shower, well, in the tub, and I said, I'm going live. Drinking my wine. Hey, 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 beautiful one. Hey, Marshall. Hey, Z. I pray all of y'all. Hey, Annie New. I pray all of y'all enjoy y'all families on yesterday. I actually worked 12 hours from 9 o'clock yesterday morning to 9 o'clock. That girl 22. I'm going to inbox you VIP line. LOL. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. I just wanted to jump on here. I got something to say. Like I said, I was at work all day yesterday, but of course, my daughter now looked out for me. I got a good little plate. I ate some of it this morning. Yes, Marshall, I'm glad to be back, y'all. I'm glad to be back. I'm want to cut this. Let me cut this. I'm going to cut this thing off for a minute. I don't like that glare right there. I ain't like that glare right there. That's my Scentsy candle wax melter. Y'all see my Scentsy box over there. Y'all, what's up? What's up? Happy holidays to everybody. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. Happy holidays to everybody. What's up, Fredrina? What's up? I miss y'all too. Let me say something, please. Y'all, I gotta say something. Hey, you see it? Y'all see these ponytails? I'm trying not to get no retwist. To January. I'm trying to go to the next year before I get a retwist. I'm trying not to get no retwist until it's time for me to go on my little vacation in January for my deceased grandma's birthday. I go somewhere every year. I travel. I don't even know where I'm going. You see it, beautiful one? I don't even know where I'm going yet. But I'm going somewhere. Last year, I went to Denver. I'm going somewhere. Y'all see that? That girl, it's nappy roots right here. But I got that hang time. It's all back here. But what? Okay. Yeah. Y'all come on in. Y'all seen the title. I'm finna to be nice. I'm going to be polite. But I'm going to be stern. Okay? Just telling y'all. Hey, T. I just have to let y'all know. Thank you, Z. Thank y'all. So I got to come on here because I do have to say some things. Y'all already know. Hey, Cheryl. What's up, y'all? Thank y'all. Thank y'all for hitting the like button. Listen, I got to get on here and say what I got to say. I'm not trying to offend nobody. Like I said, I was coming on here drinking my wine. I just came in here like at 8:30. I got off of work. I got in the tub drinking me a mimosa, some red wine, and some orange juice because I got something to say. I really got something to say. And I pray that this live don't offend nobody. If it do, then it just do, okay? Because it's gonna be straight up truths from my heart. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta say this. This is like, I woke up this morning. Those of y'all that know, y'all know I talk to a lot of people. I thank God. I'm so serious. I thank God for giving me the directions and how to move on this assignment. I truly do. Because I feel like this assignment has ruffled feathers with ex-people that was once a part of CCM, once a part of UCC. I'm not beefing with nobody. Let's get that understood. I, Roshana, am not beefing with anybody. I, Radical Row, I'm not beefing with anybody. I, Michelle Chappelle, I'm not beefing with anybody. I thank God for giving me the directions on this assignment. I want to say this because I know that God gave me this assignment to expose Jamila with evidence, and Jamila would expose herself. I knew that God gave me this assignment way before I even started seeing manifested evidence. Those who don't believe it, that's y'all problem. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to change nobody's mind. I'm not trying, like I said, I'm not arguing back and forth with nobody. Can't nobody tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing pertaining to this assignment but God. Because God told me last year in September what to do. Hey, devoted one. Many of people have questioned it. Many of people have told me to do this. Many of people have said do this. Many of people have said God told them this. God told them that. What I want to say is, listen, if it's something that you don't like me saying on this, and I'm talking to ex-people. See, what God is telling me to say right now, and this is straight from the heart, y'all. Hey, Tracy, this is straight from the heart. What God is telling me to say, this is my thing. This assignment is for me. This assignment is not for everybody. I can't say what nobody else need to be doing or how they need to be, All I know is that God told me to expose Jamila with evidence. It's people that was there before me. It's people that was there from the beginning. What I do know that the Bible calls. The Bible wants us to, hey, Donna, the Bible wants us, what's up, sis? What's up, Tracy? What's up, sis? The Bible wants us to help others. Stop others from going through things that we have went through, if we could. If we could. If we can simply sit there and share our testimonies with somebody else, whether they affiliated with Jamila or not. If you can help somebody else from being deceived as you once was, if you was there, especially if you was there when it first started. I'm saying all this to say, this morning I woke up to a text message. I speak a lot of things, and when I'm speaking, if I speak your name, that's what God told me to speak. Last week, I spoke about something that I done spoke about several times. I was speaking about you hearing, or somebody that another human being coming to tell you something that God's supposed to told them to tell you. I was talking about the characteristics of Jamila being a cult leader. I used as analogy, I spoke about when you have somebody coming to tell you that God said this and God said that and God said this and God told me to tell you this and God told me to tell you that and God told me to tell you that. About God is not going to give another human being. God is not going to give another human being something to directly come tell you, especially when it's talking about you doing something. I just spoke about it. I will feel more comfortable with them saying, I think God told me this, or I possibly think, but you come to straight tell me that God told you to tell me to do this, or God told you to tell me to do that. God told me to do this. And can't nobody change how I feel about it, how I think about it, or how I stay steadfast doing it. I'm saying all of this because I spoke. I did not say no names. I never, when I sat there and used the analogy about somebody coming and calling me, telling me that God told them to tell me to delete every live that I had did, this was at the beginning. Every live that I had did exposing Jamila, that God told them to tell me to delete every live and just tell my testimony. I spoke about that because that's what happened. I didn't mention nobody's name. I didn't mention nobody's name. And I'm saying this to say, the person that I was talking to about, telling y'all, I didn't tell y'all who I was talking about, but obviously the person still watches the lives. If I'm not mentioning your name and I'm telling something that didn't happen, it's a testimony of mine. If I'm not mentioning your name, people are weird. If I'm not mentioning your name, please do not send me no message through nobody. And I hope the person is watching the live now. Because what I want to say to the person that sent this long message through somebody else to send to me, what I want to say to you is, first, if you have a problem with me, the person that called me, since you feel some type of way about me, I'm not mentioning you. I'm not mentioning you unless I say your name. But being that you know that you the one who said it, you feel some type of way. And my advice to you is to not even come up. If you tired of hearing me talk about you without me talking about you by saying your name, the best thing for you to do is to not get on these lives. To not get on these lives. Please. That's the best thing for you to do, is to not get on these lives. First of all, your little text message, I don't care if you hear from God or not. It does not concern me. Second of all, you said you're not trying to define Jamila. You meant you wasn't trying to defend Jamila. Obviously you were. You making shirts for Jamila in 2016, that has nothing to do with me. What you told me is what you told me. And I thank God that everybody that I ever talked to when this assignment first started, I don't have to say nobody's names to get what I'm saying. I had a witness. I had a witness. Not just with one person I talked to, but with everybody that I talked to at the beginning. So for you to come back and sit there and type this long text talking about you tired of me talking about you on my lives, first of all, if I'm not saying your name, I'm not talking about you. When I say your name, and I will say your name, and I lie to say your name before I get off this live, because you know my number. First, you just like you sent the message to Drusilla for me, you could have sent the message straight directly to me. I ain't said nobody's name when I said what I said. I can't help it that people is nosy and they want to hear what Radical Row got to say. They want to hear what Roshana Johnson got to say. They want to hear what Michelle Chappelle got to say, whether they agree with it or not. Like I sat there and said from the beginning, God already told me it was going to be some messy people that was just going to want to listen and be incognito. This is what God told me to do. The main people that's being quiet but trying to comfort me through somebody else, send me the message. If you got something to say to me, please send it to me. Please send it to me. I'm talking about my experience. I don't care if you was around Jamila in 2016. I don't care about you making Jamila no shirts. I don't care about you defending MJ like you texting that text. Either you don't watch me. If you're intimidated about my God-given assignment, if my God-given assignment intimidates you, please stop jumping on my lives. Don't come on when I'm on here live. Don't come on the after view. That's the best advice I can give you. Can't nobody change me but God. You, the person, you sitting over there, you can be helping some souls too. I'm definitely going to stay on my assignments. I have to. I feel disrespected. I feel disrespected because somebody that could have said something to me, something to a third party person. Send it to me and tell your own testimonies. Don't worry about my testimony. You got testimonies too. You, like you said in the message, you made shirts for Jamila in 2016. You was there with her. Like you told me, you up and left and moved to Charlotte. I feel disrespected because the person could have said whatever they had to say to me. You ain't have to say nothing to nobody else to deliver no message to me. Then you talking about you ain't tell me this, you ain't tell me that. I had witness. That's the whole purpose of God giving me and telling me to have a witness. Because God knew that people was going to try to switch their lies up. I ain't lied about nothing. That I done said. Whether I done experienced it or somebody done told me it. And that's the bottom line. If y'all scared of Jamila, y'all don't want to tell y'all testimonies about how y'all was affiliated with it, that's on y'all. I'm not worried about it. I'm not questioning nobody. I'm not coming. The person that said, I'm not coming on your YouTubes. I'm not coming on y'all YouTubes. Thank you, Fredrina. Listen. Sadell. If you got anything to say to me, now I'm saying your name. Since you felt like you needed to go to somebody else to tell me, Sadell, if you want to say anything to me, or if you felt like you can't say nothing to me now because I don't even want to talk, because I felt like it was messy and it was disrespectful. If you had anything to say to me, or you felt some type of way because I was bringing up what really happened, I didn't say your name. Last week when I was telling that, when I used that analogy, as you coming and telling me what God told you to tell me to block something, I never said your name. You said in the text, you tired of me talking about you on my lives. At first, it wasn't no problem. Just like so many people reached out to me today that I did show it. You said what you said about where y'all worked at, and you corrected it. If you don't want to tell, you was there way before I was there. You was there when the court organization jumped off the porch. I wasn't. You made sure, like you said in the text message, what you had them send to me today. TJ, I don't know how you didn't see it because it was sent to me and TJ in a text message. I mean, in a, Listen, if you scared to tell what you went through and you was there from the beginning, I ain't got nothing to do with it. If you don't want to tell it, don't worry about what God told me. Don't worry about what God told me, except that I did not And I thank God. If I'd have did what she told me God told her to do, I wouldn't be right here where I'm at now. Do y'all hear me? If I would have listened to her telling me that God told her to tell me to delete all of my lives and tell my testimony, I'm telling my testimonies. The way I started it with mimicking Jamila in the car and doing that, that's how God told me to do it. That's why my platform is where it's at. That's why people is getting delivered. That's why we seeing manifested evidence. That's why. The manifested evidence alone is what keeps me going. The manifested evidence that God allowed me to see every day is what keeps me going. I'm not in nobody's business. That's what I'm not understanding. If you mad, if you pressed, if you intimidated about what God told me to do, that's your problem. It's not my problem. But you could have came to me. I don't have nobody blocked. I just seen in a week or two in my memories where you tagged me in a live last year. I can see that. So obviously you're not blocked. Just like you went in that person's inbox, you could have came up in my inbox. But you could have texted me because you got my number. I feel disrespected. I don't bother people. Take it up with God, please. It's not my problem. I'm minding the business that pays me. I'm doing what God told me to do. I'm not bothering nobody. I'm not inboxing nobody. I'm not doing none of that. But if you press because I use that as an analogy. I don't have no type of ties with no Jamila. She still addressed Jamila as MJ. Like she said, I'm not trying to define, but she meant to say she wasn't trying to defend MJ. You didn't have to say all of that. You didn't have to say none of that. Really? You could have kept that to yourself and stopped jumping on my lives. That's block me. Because I unblocked everybody. Block me. Because that's what I'm trying to say. My assignment is bothering people, but the same people is bothering, they watching it. They watching it. God works in mysterious ways. God works in mysterious ways. The devil tried to come cause some chaos with the text message being sent to the other person, but then God reconciled and did some shaking and allowed two people to come on now. If you don't like it, why listen? MJ is Jamila. That's what she started. That's what when she met. MJ was what she told us to call it from the beginning. I don't understand why you had to make it plain and clear that you made shirts for in 2016. I don't care. You was there from the beginning. I don't care. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Minister Jenkins. That's right. AKA MJ. That's exactly what it is. That's right. That's right. That's right, T. Thank you, sis. Because that's what she said. That's right. Minister Jenkins. That's right. That's all the way right. I'm not understanding. These people was right. You was right up there with this lady. This lady mistreated you. You was there. You was a part of the ministerial staff. I wasn't. I don't understand. Yeah, Minister Jenkins, and it was MJ for her nickname, because that's what she first started. Told her we could call her Pastor Jamila or MJ, whichever one we wanted to. That's what she said way back then. But I'm not in no competition with nobody. Like I sat there and said, my situation is different. I prayed. When I pushed the button, I prayed to be front and center with the lady, because I seen the unusualness of it. I can't tell your testimony unless you tell me. But I thank God for when people was telling me stuff, that he had Drusilla on the phone. Because a lot of people can come back and say they didn't say something, but I thank God that there was some more ears listening. I ain't making up nothing. I ain't making up nothing. I said Krispy Kremes and spelt it with a C. And she jumped in my and said it's spelt with a K. So where did I get that from? I did not make that up. Somebody told me that. And the somebody was the person. Come on now. Like I said, I felt disrespected. I came on to nicely, politely, sternly. If the person is listening, please stop listening. No need to try to reach out to me now. You should have reached out to me before you sent it to that person. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't care. Yeah, what you doing up there in Charlotte, it don't bother me. What I'm doing down here, it shouldn't bother you. Like I said, for you to say that you hear from God too, I never said nobody hear from God. I spoke about what God told me. I'm not in competition trying to hear. I don't have Jamila's spirit. I'm not in competition with trying to find out who hear from God. Because what I do know, we all can hear from God. That's what I do know. Just because a human being don't understand this assignment, don't mean that this assignment not from God. One or two people is not finna dictate what God told me. I'm asking them nicely, politely but sternly. Don't even try. Don't even try. It's people right here in my hometown that say I'm crazy. They say I look crazy. But I don't care. Like I told Crystal, if I look crazy to the people, let me look crazy to them till I take my last breath. Hey, Trees, if I look crazy to any of y'all, please let me look crazy till I take my breath. I'm not trying to please nobody. I'm not doing this to please nobody. I'm not getting nothing out of this. Whatever I gain is going to come from heaven. Exactly. And that's my whole point. If I offended you because I told you that God ain't tell me that. God told me to do it. So how God gonna tell somebody else to come tell me he didn't say it? Then I did a live on it last week. I used that as an analogy. And I said again, if I would have listened to that person, if I wasn't who I am in God, if I would have listened to her, and I just took it all down, and I would have stopped. Wow. All of us on here seeing manifested evidence. It's not just me. The ones that's trying to be worried about it or dictating if God did it, they can't see it because they're not looking at it from spiritual eyesight. Manifested evidence. The truth don't need no support. That's right. God is going to confirm his word and manifested evidence. Hey, deal. And manifested evidence is going to be seen. And we see it. I'm not the only one. I'm not cuckoo crazy for Cocoa Puffs. I'm not the only one seeing the manifested evidence on this assignment. God is allowing a lot of y'all that come on here to see it too. I just don't understand. I don't understand what people think. It was the I hear from God too. That sounded like some type of comparison or some type of competition. I ain't never said nothing about nobody ain't heard from no God. So why would that be the first thing? God is trees. God is definitely all over this assignment. But it's so many people that's pressured. They pressed by it. They intimidated about what God told me to do. And they mad at me because they want to tell me that God told them to tell me something. And I blocked it. I blocked it. I know. God is not, listen. God is not finna tell y'all to go do an application for a house. You go do the application for the house. You waiting on the application to come back. And I come and tell you, You waiting on the manifestation. You waiting on the manifested evidence of you getting that house because you know God had told you to go fill out the application. So you just waiting for the manifested evidence. And here it is, I come. And I tell you, oh, God told me to tell you that when you get approved for that house that he told you to go fill out an application for, don't accept the house. Now, who gonna listen to me? If God tell you to go fill out a house, an application for you, a brand new house, you're gonna go fill out that application because you know God told you to do it. And you're gonna sit and wait for the manifesting evidence of you getting approved for your house. Right? How can I come and tell you, oh, that house that you got approved for, God told me to tell you don't move in it? So you're going to listen to what I tell you, and you know what Gordon told you, and you got approved. That don't make sense. That's the same thing. I know God told me to do this. The reason, the devil is dead. The reason why I'm doing it is because I know that God told me to do it. People, are you sure? I'm not sure. No, I'm not sure. I'm positive. I'm beyond sure. I'm beyond sure. I'm positive. I know what God told me to do. That's why I'm doing it. I could be doing all kind of other stuff. The time I take out, the time that I sacrifice to write notes, to get up here, to be obedient to God, to continue to be dedicated and consistent. God told me to do this, y'all. If you don't believe it, that's right. He set it up. Like he set it up to go just as it's going. I don't have no, I can't, listen, I don't have nothing. It's nothing that I can do. Thank you, Z. It's nothing that I can do to make the stuff happen that we see happening. That's right. That's right. Noah looked crazy. And that's what I'm saying. I'm just going to have to look crazy. If I look crazy to my kids know it, Bernard know it, everybody know it. Can't nobody. Just like, let me tell y'all something, and thank you, Holy Spirit. Just like when I was affiliated with Jamila, couldn't nobody tell me nothing about stop watching her. Because like I said, I prayed. I know, and I definitely will for Adrena. I know for a fact that the only reason I was able to experience Jamila like I did is because of God answering my prayers. Jamila can't take no authority. Jamila cannot take no type of authority or no type of acknowledgement for me even being in her presence. God get the glory for all of that. Because like I said, I prayed. Unfortunately, my situation is different from a lot of people. God didn't make no mistake when he chose me to expose Jamila with evidence, just like he allowed me to have the evidence. That alone speaks for itself. I'm not crazy. But when I was following her and I was doing all these videos and screenshotting everything, I thought I was crazy too. But unfortunately, all of that evidence is the evidence right here that I'm exposing her with. Every bit and piece of it. All the way down to the screen record of the live that she did on me. This is not about me no more. I try to tell people that. I'm free. God revealed Jamila to me. He released me from CCM, UCC, and Jamila. He redirected me to his son, Jesus Christ, somebody that I never heard Jamila talk about the whole 2.5 years that I followed her, and them people too. Those that was right there, they should be the main ones. Those that was right there when it first started, they should be the main ones wanting to help a soul get delivered from it. But they not. Because a lot of them, they still have that same spirit. I'm going to continue to expose Jamila. God told me to expose Jamila with evidence. I'm sorry if they ain't got no evidence to expose her with, but I do. And I'm going to help somebody like I'm helping a whole bunch of somebodies. If y'all don't want to help nobody by telling y'all truths about it, that's y'all. Because at the end of the day, they was court members up close and in the building. I was a court member in Texas. See, I ain't have to take orders. Jamila ain't never made me cry. Jamila ain't never she embarrassed me off of social media. She ain't embarrassed me in the presence of no people inside no building. She didn't get that opportunity. Exactly. Everything I say or mention, Jamila come behind you and correct herself. Exactly. To God be the glory. To God be the glory. Hold on, y'all, right? That's what I wrote some notes, too. See, I was standing at the podium. Every time, that's right. Listen, I was standing at the podium, y'all. I'm so grateful to be back on Facebook, too. It don't make no sense. Even though I do what I do over here. I was sitting here writing some notes because the dream team behind the scene, baby, be on it. So, I just want to say, I want to talk about, and I'm sure some of y'all seen it. I want to talk a little bit. I'm done talking about what I was talking about, what I had to say. That's a done deal. I'm continuing on. I wrote some notes today because I want to talk about Jamila's post that she made last week, about 8 days ago now, 9 days ago. Jamila made a post saying, you cannot trust people. Y'all probably seen this. I'm going to share it in the group when I finish. You cannot trust people that slander and attack people that they used to give props to. I'm going to say this again. This is Jamila's post. This is Jamila's post about 8, 9 days ago. You cannot trust people that slander and attack people that they used to give props to. I want to get a little bit into this post. I want to get into this post that Jamila made. She made it herself. This is her post. Okay? Do y'all hear me? Listen. You cannot trust people that slander and attack people that they used to give props to. This lady made this post, y'all. Now, y'all know this lady made this post. Let me see what she says. Hold on. Dia said, God has given you so much evidence that some people will be spared because of you. I'm one. God allowed you to confirm. I'm not following her. Something off. Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Yes, he will do it. He definitely will do it, y'all. You can, Jamila. So this is what you said, Jamila. I just need Jamila to, because she going to listen to this live. I just need her to sit down and think about stuff before she do it. Okay? You made a post, Jamila, about 9, 10 days ago. You cannot trust people that slander and attack people that they used to give props to. Unfortunately, Jamila obviously don't know and don't understand that this little post what she made, this is her segment of the entire message. This is Jamila's segment of the entire message. When she said, you cannot trust people that slander and attack people that they used to give props to. This is actually Jamila's segment of the entire message. Because she is right. That's right. She used to give me props. That's right. She is right. Because I had no business trusting this lady whom slandered my name and attacked my character on 8/18/2019 via social media live on her Facebook platform. Jamila, you did not think this through. You did not think that through when you put that post up there. But what the Spirit is telling me is she is so arrogant. She is trying to please and deceive the new people. See, the old people, those of us that was there from the beginning, when you looked at her, watch that. When you looked at her postings, you cannot trust people that slander and attack people that they used to give props to. When people look at that, the old people that been there, they automatically know she's talking about Roshana right here. When people look at these posts that she posts, oh, don't trust nobody that you did this for, you did that. They already know who she's insinuating. You didn't think the post through, Jamila. Because you, Jamila Gooden, Jamila Young Mitchell, MJ, Jamila Gooden, the Reborn Bunny, Juggernaut J, God's so-called servant girl, the new supposed to be overseer. You, Jamila. And I just named out your old past all the way up to what you're claiming now. You, lady, you gave me props. Not just props. You gave me big props, Jamila. Not on one live, but on every single live while I was affiliated. Big props. Keyword. Big props. Big props. That's right. I was her ride or die. Big props. Not on one live. Every live that you did. Oh, Roshana. Oh, yeah, Roshonda. Oh, she's coming here. That's my ride or die. Oh, Roshonda from Texas. Not one live, Jamila. Every live. You gave me big props. Not just props. You gave me big props. On every live that you ever did, the whole time I was affiliated with what I know now is a cult, not a ministry and not a church. Give me props. I looked up the definition so I can let y'all know. I can't believe that lady made that post. But she's trying to fool the other people. Jamila, I told y'all, Jamila was psychotic. And she's having a psychosis breakdown. Those the lives she needs to start sharing. Those of y'all that come across this live, go back and look at the lives from 2018 to 2019. Go back and look at them lives. Go back and look at the first She Favor. Go back and look at the 1-year anniversary. Go back and look at the seafood. Go back and look at the book discussions. Go back and look at all of that stuff. She'll never share it no more. But y'all got access to it too. Type up Jamila Gooden in the type bar and go back and look at them old lives. I was there. When I was there, she serenaded me, gave me big props. When I wasn't there on every live, you gave me big props, Jamila. Give props means this. To give someone props means to have respect for or recognition of another person, an expression of approval or a special acknowledgement, accolades, praise. Jamila, like I've been saying from the beginning, you are the one that praised Roshana in everything I did. Oh, Roshana, she's a great cook. Oh, she has a catering business and her catering business is doing well. Oh, Roshana, she does amazing party invitations and decorations. This chick, Roshana, oh, she has the spirit of John the Baptist. She is not afraid to go into different states and fellowship with different sisters, and y'all need to get an accountability partner, and y'all need to get a prayer partner. She's fellowshipping with different people, staying in the homes with other people, etc., etc. That chick, Roshana, my ride or die, oh, she did an amazing job designing those purple blinged out Converse with CCM and UC on them. I had to ask to get me a pair after she posted them. Jamila, if you keep it real, you will say, I gave this woman big props by saying that I loved her anointing. I loved her spirit. I loved her zeal. Jamila, you said all of these nice and positive things about me, Roshana, until you text me on July the 5th, 2019, and said and showed me how much I sold and said it wasn't enough. I rebuked you. When I rebuked you, saying that God ain't tell you to look me up, when I rebuked you, telling you that God ain't tell you to look up how much I sold, and that my sowing was between me and God. It was after that, after you ran out of my conference, that you defamed my name, that you slandered my name, and you attacked me, Roshana, via Facebook. But what you failed to mention is Roshana was one of my greatest promoters. Matter of fact, Roshana was my greatest promoter ever. If you tell the truth, because that's facts. Jamila gave me props based off how I promoted her, how I promoted CCM, how I promoted UCC, and how I promoted her. If Jamila, if you would keep it real with yourself, because it's obvious you can't keep it real with God. It's obvious that you can't keep it real with the people. But if you would keep it real with yourself, you would be able to get up there like you act like you get up there and you didn't publicly apologize. If you were able to keep it real with yourself and keep it real with the Holy Trinity God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit, keep it real with yourself, your husband, and the nation that you deceive, you would get up there and tell them people that I never did nothing to you to provoke you to defame my name like you did, besides tell you that God ain't tell you to look up how much I sold. God ain't tell you to show me how much I sold. And God ain't tell you to tell nobody to block me. That's what you mad about. But you want to make a post about never trust people that slander and attack people after they used to give them props. Your segment, you did just that. You did just that. You used to give me props. But when I rebuked you, you slandered my name. You defamed my name. You attacked me via social media with lies, discord, and division because you told everybody to block me. I never did nothing to you, Jamila, and I never did nothing to nobody that blocked me. Jamila was afraid, in fear of me. She don't fear God, but she fear this assignment. Jamila was in fear way back then of what God has me doing now. Because just like you lied, Jamila, and somebody said something about I threw your name up under the bus after you sent me that stuff, the devil was dead then. Because I never did a live mentioning nothing about you before you came to no conference. And I waited 3 months after you did your live. You did it August 18, 2019. I did mine November the 3rd, 2019. The nerve. That's right. This assignment has coming through like that wrecking ball that she said was coming. God gets the glory. I'm not beefing with nobody. I'm not beefing with nobody. Matter of fact, if you used to be a part of Jamila and you mad about what I'm doing, stop watching my YouTubes. Block me on our social media platforms. I'm not blocking nobody. My page is public. My page is public. She talked about the wrecking ball. That's just like she just recently, that little story about somebody coming in and dining with them, but they can't sit at your table and all of that there. She talked about that right before my birthday, and that's exactly what she came. It was my 50th birthday, the Armor of God Ain't No Stopping Us Now conference. Obviously, she couldn't sit there. The Bible says, rebuke the enemy and it shall flee. I had already started rebuking the enemy before I even knew the enemy was Jamila. I had already started walking around the wings of Heritage's room, rebuking the devil. I ain't know it was gonna be Jamila, but guess who did know? God. So I didn't want to say that. I'm finna get up off of here so I can eat my little salad. My boss calling me now. She probably trying to tell me to come in tomorrow. I ain't scheduled to 3, but I think she want me to come in at 9. So, but like I said, anybody that got a problem with this assignment, don't be sending no messages to me, because I'm gonna ignore it to a certain extent. I'm gonna talk about it. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about it, but y'all ain't gonna get the energy. See, at the beginning of this assignment, if that would have happened today, I'd have been cussing, going off and on, all that, mad and all that. Y'all can't get that energy out of me. Y'all cannot get that energy out of me. God is in charge of this assignment. God is in charge of this assignment. So I don't care how you come. Come however you want to come, but you got to come correct. And y'all ain't coming correct. I'm going to tell y'all that now. None of y'all, either y'all was there and y'all want to sit there like I got the little or whether y'all ain't a part of it. However y'all come at me, keep on coming. Because guess what? That's right. That's right. That's right, sis. That's right, Z. Listen. No, baby, positive vibes only over here. Positive vibes only. Positive vibes only. Positive vibes only. Ain't no hate. I don't got no hate in my blood. I ain't mad at nobody. I love everybody. But what you gonna do is what? You ain't gotta like me. You ain't gotta like me. You ain't even gotta listen to me. But what you're gonna do is respect me. And I did this live and I said the person's name when I said it, and I'm done. I ain't gotta say it no more. I felt disrespected. Therefore, I spoke upon it like God wanted me to. I prayed about it all day. while I was at work. That was the first thing I seen this morning. But my thing is, if you had enough time to type it up and send it to somebody else, you could have sent it straight to me via email, because you sent me something for email, via social media platform, via, if you're watching the lives, you could have said it on here, on my cell phone number. My number's still the same. It ain't changed. So, like I said, you know what I'm saying? Now, don't even waste your time. I got your message. Don't even waste your time trying to say nothing else behind this live right here. I got your message. Like I said, long as I ain't saying your name, I'm not talking about you. If I'm talking about the testimony, or if I'm telling the experience that I had, and I don't say your name and you know it pertains to you, if you don't want to hear it or you're tired of hearing it, your best bet is to get off. Don't even tune in to the lives. That's all I can tell you. I can't tell you nothing else. I don't know what to tell you. If you feel some type of way about it, you shouldn't be wanting to hear me anyway. But some of y'all just want to listen just to be seen. You know what I'm saying? Because God said that too. A whole bunch of people gonna get freed from being nosy. If you can help somebody, if you was a part of CCM, UCC, especially when it first opened, and you can help a soul, maybe you need to kneel and ask God, can you do some exposing? Or can you help a soul out? Because this assignment right here, souls are getting freed. Souls are getting delivered. And God gets the glory, not me. Because I ain't got no type of authority to even much do it. God gets the glory, not me. So if you're going to be mad, don't be mad at the person. Be mad at who gave me the assignment. And to those of y'all, I hope everybody has accepted Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior so that they can hear the Holy Spirit speak to them. Because that's who is the intercessor for God. Why people talking about, oh, I hear from God too. I ain't never questioned nobody. Girl, yes, Cheryl, I seen you. You went right in on them. That's why being Cheryl, I seen that, girl. You went I bet she didn't like that. I bet she ain't like that, Cheryl. But that's all I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to please people. I ain't trying to be please nobody. Whoever God got me associated with, that's who God want me to associate with. I didn't, like I said, many of came, a lot of have left. That's what I said. They come through and go through. God gonna get, I got discernment. God gonna show me anyway. Can't nobody get over my head. You know what I'm saying? You can't pull no wool over my eyes. But if you got a problem with me, like I'm saying, I'm stating identification. The person who had a problem with me, since they didn't come to me, they went to somebody else. Now you can't even come to me. But to the future, for future references, anybody else, if y'all have a problem with me, please, if me and you didn't associate in some type of way, and you got a problem with me, please come to me with the problem. Don't take the problem with nobody else. I don't care who they is. If you feel like I deal with them, if I don't, bring it to me. If you can contact me, bring it to me. Please don't take it to nobody else. Respectfully. That's all I'm saying. Because if I got a problem with somebody, I'm going to take it to them. Just like when she came to me and told me that God told her, she called my phone through Messenger, or however she called me, to tell me that God had been telling her for a week. This assignment definitely going to carry on. She had no problem talking about God. She been waiting a whole week for God to confirm it, that God told her to tell me to delete my stuff and don't do it like this. God don't want nobody making fun of nobody. God know my heart. God told me to do it. I said it from the jump. To those of y'all that don't know what this assignment is, go look at the introduction. I spoke what God told me in the introduction from the beginning of me making this YouTube. I will, Cynthia. But I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? People get offended for no reason. I ain't finna get offended. First of all, I'm not finna go tell nobody else what God's supposed to told me to tell them. I'm just not gonna do that. Because, like I said, I know God on a different form. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like I said, those people or the person or whatever, they was around Jamila. They was around Jamila when she started speaking in tongues and doing all of that stuff. I never was aware of none of that stuff because, like I said, I asked God to what you call it. So They was there. They was right there. They was there when the oil was making. They was there when the money was coming in. I wasn't. Like I said, Jamila ain't paid nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. So my story is different. She say her and Jamila was friends. She was her first friend. That's her problem. Period. Jamila said me and her was friends. I ain't say me and Jamila was friends. I looked at Jamila as a pastor and as a leader. I ain't look at Jamila as no best friend or me and her was friends and I expected this and I expected that. I ain't up and leave and move following Jamila nowhere to start no ministry or no church. That ain't my segment. I got a different story. My story is different. Tell your story. Don't tell mine. That's right. Those that are being and have been lured to Jamila will be delivered. Yes, they will in Jesus' name. And I contest to that. So I'm finna get off of here because I'm finna call my boss. Exactly. Exactly. You say Sleazy ain't nobody, she ain't nobody friend. Right. So like I'm saying, I pray that y'all know what I'm saying. Like I said, if I offended anybody, they better get free for the free. God's night blessings to everybody. Listen, I was not trying to offend nobody, but I have to say what I gotta say. I'm the type of person, I mean, I gotta say it nicely, politely, but sternly, respectfully. You know what I'm saying? You got a problem with me, take it to God or bring it to me. And if it's on some more stuff, don't bring it to me. Like I said, bring it to me before you bring it to anybody else. That's all I'm saying. People, it's sad that people get offended because, I mean, I know God through I know God. I can't say, I'm not running telling, I'm not finna come tell y'all that God told y'all something or told me something to tell y'all that God ain't told me to tell y'all and God already told you what he wants you to do. That ain't my motto. She said, your assignment is very peculiar. The Bible says that we are peculiar and chosen generation and that you are, period. Thank you, dear. God gets the glory. Yes, it does. It does speak about being peculiar, and I'm very peculiar. I'm very radical. I'm very bold. God already knew that. Like I said, I am. And that's what it is. I don't need no entourage. That's right. I don't need no entourage. I don't need no cheerleaders. I don't need no backup. I don't need nobody to have my back. I don't. I'm going to speak up for myself when I need. I'm going to speak up for myself when I feel like something needs to be spoken about. And that's just that. Like I said, I received that first thing this morning. I was upset. I had to call a couple people, tell them to pray for me before I took it the wrong way. And I thank God I did. Like I said, the enemy came in to steal, kill, and destroy something, but God rekindled and allow me and somebody else to reconcile, apologize, cry, and all of this here stuff on the phone because one person took and sent somebody else something that I had not even talked. I'm talked to in a while. But like I said, what the devil meant for bad, God turned it around for good. And if the person is on here, if y'all get on here, you hear it later, just remove yourself. If you're tired of hearing me talk about you without saying your name, and that's to anybody and everybody, then that's your problem, not mine. Because I had a conversation with you. If it pertains to Jamila, it pertains to this assignment. Anybody that I didn't have any type of conversation with, no, I'm not going to tell nobody testimonies unless it's people. Do y'all know it's people that I done spoke with that's still waiting for me to tell their testimony? They didn't okay it and gave me the okay to tell their testimony. Hey, Amanda, it's people testimonies that they done shared with me that I haven't even shared. And I tell them and I talk to them. I thank God for all the people that I speak to. It's over 30 people that I actually talk to. It's over 30 people that I actually didn't have conversation with and spoke on the phone from all different states. People done told me stuff, and I don't care if you tell it. I want you to tell it. And I tell them right now to the day when I talk to them. If I ain't told your testimony, because God ain't told me to tell it yet. This assignment is God ordained. God want me to talk about stuff. Just like I sat there and spoke and told y'all next level when I was in Charlotte. God told me to go to Charlotte. I went to Charlotte. God said next level. I said next level. Next level. We on the next level. Now we on the next level. You know what I'm saying? It's out. God did it, not me. And that's the bottom line. Bless 62. What message, sweetie? Definitely. I'm not worried about nobody else's business. I'm not relaying no messages and trying to make nothing out of no mess. If it come out the way it come out, if it come out a certain way, then I'm sorry. If you don't like the way it come out, if you don't like my demeanor, me speaking stuff and how I said, then that's on y'all. Don't nobody got no. They don't know. They have a problem with the way I talk and what things I say, but don't nobody have no problem with what Jamila saying. Jamila is the one who misleading the nation. That's crazy. And got a whole pastor attached to her name. Jamila couldn't tell me what to wear, what not to wear, what to do, all that. I wasn't under her control like that. The people that was right up under was up under her control, not me. And I mean, that's just point blank, period. I don't care if they tell their story, but you don't worry about my assignment. If you was there and you ain't telling nothing or you ain't trying to help nobody, don't worry about what I'm doing, please. Just whatever. But I'm finna get up off here. Finna go eat my salad. They don't like the verbiage. They don't like my verbiage. They don't like that I'm radical, crunk, and crazy for Christ. They don't like the fact that I'm going to speak up on stuff. They want me to be quiet as a mouse. I'm not being quiet for nobody. Like I said, it's a way to do it. It ain't what you do, it's how you do it. And she ain't do that right, because she should have sent it to me. It ain't what you do, it's how you do it. It wasn't done right. It ain't what you do, it's how you do it. Nobody shouldn't have sent nobody else nothing, no third party to tell me something. If you got a message for me, make sure I receive the message. Not through no telegram. Send it straight to me. Don't send it to nobody else. Don't put nobody else in nothing that me and you got going on. So that's my point right there. Don't put nobody in it. That's right. Radical Roll on the go-go. She's real, y'all. Straight up. That's right. I was told when I was younger, if you can't help, don't hinder. Bless 62. She said, that's what I said. Send it to you. I don't know, baby. I ain't received no message. Y'all gotta let me know what y'all real name is. Because these names on YouTube is totally different from what jumps up in my inbox. I get so many inboxes, I be needing to know what y'all talking about. And I thank God. Like I said, I really thank God. I'm finna get up off here and eat this salad. I'm finna eat milk, get old salad. And lay my butt down and go to sleep. Y'all, I love y'all. That God is all up in this assignment. I don't care what nobody say. That's what they mad for. They mad so because I'm so confident. See, that's what the Spirit just told me. The Spirit just told me they mad because I'm so confident. Yeah, that's another thing. Y'all can text the hotline number. Y'all can text the hotline number so I can know who y'all is, because like I said, I receive so many if the names ain't matching the YouTube, I don't even know who y'all be. So y'all can text the number 346-208-5588. Because like with my working schedule, 346-208-5588. Y'all can text that number if y'all want to say stuff, and let me know who y'all is on YouTube. Because like I said, I get so many inboxes, I don't be knowing what you call it. But what I do know is, I just pray that God fix it for them. Cause I'm not in no bad. I'm good all the way around the board right now. You know what I'm saying? That's another reason. I'm good. I'm good even when I ain't good. And the text message coming through somebody else. Please tell Ro to stop talking about me on her live. Please tell Ro to stop talking about me on her lives. I hear from God too. People is crazy. I ain't never questioned nobody hearing from no God. I ain't never compared if somebody hear from God, because that ain't my repertoire. I don't know what these people think. If this assignment is hurt y'all feelings, listen. Somebody else was just sending it to me. Somebody else was just sending me the what you call it. I'm definitely thankful. I'm grateful and I'm thankful. Yeah, that third party stuff, and then they sent it. You know what I'm saying? It's just, why would you send that to that person and you could have sent it to me? That's the disrespect right there for me. Like, but when people are intimidated, that's what they do. Unfortunately I'm not intimidated. They so mad. They so mad that I'm so confident in this assignment to it don't make no sense. I'm sorry if I'm confident in what I know God is doing. If y'all ain't confident in what God doing in y'all life, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm confident. I'm confident in whatever God, if God tell me something, I'm confident in it. And I'm sitting there doing what he told me to do, being obedient, sacrificing whatever I got to sacrifice, because obedience is better than sacrifice. Sitting there waiting for the manifested evidence. And God is allowing me to see it. God is allowing me to see it. I see the manifested evidence. Can't nobody I don't have to second guess. Ain't nobody prophet lying. Ain't nobody got to lay hands on me. Ain't nobody got to do none of that. I see the manifested evidence. I'm not afraid of no witch. Oh, yes. Yes, bless 62. Yes, I did, sis. Thank you. Thank you, sis. Yes, I did. I don't understand that. Like I said, I thank God for it, because what the devil meant for bad, it turned around for the good, because that was sent to Drusilla to send to me. And everybody already know that the devil had already tried to cause confusion between me and Drusilla. But upon Drusilla sending it to me today, and me and Drusilla getting to talk and apologize to each other and reconcile, you know what I'm saying? That was nothing but God. That was nothing but God. What happened today? Even though the enemy tried to cause confusion, it was nothing but God. So guess what? God still wins. God still wins. God still gets the glory. The devil didn't do nothing. The devil tried to do something. It didn't work. This assignment is God ordained. It's nothing that nobody can do. Even the person that I'm exposing. Even the person that I'm exposing can't do nothing about this assignment, because God's hand is on it. It been on it from the beginning and it's going to be on it to the end. God turned it around for the good. It was confirmation. I already had told y'all, I've been reached out to Drusilla a couple of times when God done told me to. It wasn't the same number. So the devil thought I wasn't going to reach out to her. But look how God did. God used somebody that was coming to try to cause some type of confusion in the assignment and sent it to Drusilla. And now that's confirmation that God wanted me and Drusilla to even much talk. Voila magic. It was confirmation. It was confirmation. Because the person she didn't send that to Drusilla being friendly. She sent it to Drusilla trying to be messy. Trying to put Drusilla in it. But look how God works. God still wins. God still wins. Because I was boohoo crying on the phone first. I wouldn't even let Drusilla say nothing. Because God had already had me reach out to her. I already knew what God wanted me to say to her. It's sad that we had to reconcile it through somebody trying to be messy. That's right, blessed one. God still wins. Because the devil thought I was going to be mad. Thought I was going to cuss Drusilla out. But Drusilla sent it to me and said, this is what the person said. And the person typed what they said. But the person sent it to Drusilla. The person should have sent it straight to me. God don't make no mistakes. The person had ill-gotten intentions, secret motives, and hidden agendas. God didn't. So I try to tell y'all, people spirits. People spirits. If you felt some type of way about me mentioning what you said to me without me telling you, without saying your name, you was trying to cause some confusion. All things work for the goodness of the Lord. All things work for the goodness of the Lord. All things work. Yeah. It was some unfinished business. See, it was some unfinished business. God don't make no mistakes. For the better. God turned it around for the better. And it worked. God still wins. God wins in the end. God wins in the end. Because guess what? The energy that the person wanted from me, you ain't receive it. You ain't receive it. And I said your name. And I said your name. You ain't received the energy. Because guess what? Ain't no bad energy over here. Ain't no bad energy over here. This assignment is ordained by God. I see too much manifested evidence for me to even much be getting on that level. I see too much. Y'all, let me tell you something. Y'all can't get me off a track on what God got me doing. It won't work. It will not work. So sit over there, talk about me amongst the people that you talk about me to. Watch my lives, laugh, key, do whatever y'all want to do. But it's working over here. It's working over here. Why they worried about what my platform doing on YouTube look like you need to be worried about your own. And I don't even go look at it. Yeah, I don't even go look at it. I'm not concerned about nobody else's stuff. I'm concerned about what God got me doing. But obviously, they got their big eye over here. They got their big eye over here looking. Ain't nothing coward about me. Nothing. If I got to say anything to anybody, I refuse to go tell somebody else to tell anybody something. That's he say, she say, stuff that we used to do in 5th and 6th grade. People getting free for the free over here. People getting free for the free over here. So guess what? If y'all mad, stay mad. Take it up with God. Don't take it up with me. Don't come for me. Like I said, to the person that sent it to somebody else, after you see this live, if what I said the other day, good in any hood, right. That's right. Stuff we used to do in 5th grade. I ain't finna go tell her I said this and go tell that. You typed a whole long text message and sent them to somebody else when you could have sent it to me. Why they do that at? I'm not finna type no long message like this and send it to nobody, a third party person. I'm sending it to the direct person. And if I got your number, I lie to call you. I lie to call you. I'm going straight to the person. What she did was beating around the bush. You want me to know something, but you don't tell somebody else to tell me. What? Nah. Nah. Nah, it ain't gonna happen. Like I said, it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. I'm good over here. I'm good in any hood. Like somebody just said, I'm good in any hood. I'm good in any hood. I'm good in any hood. So, like I said, you know what I'm saying? Man, people is crazy, y'all. They mad because I'm confident that God told me this and then they see the manifested evidence too. They just don't want it to be true because it's me. Hated by most, but loved by many. Nice try, girl. That's right. Hated by most, but loved by many and plenty. Respected by all. Hated by most, loved by many and plenty. Respected by all. That's my new saying. Hated by most. Loved by plenty and many. Respected by all. That's it. That's it. Love, hated by many. What I said, hated by many, loved, no, hated by many, loved by, hated by most, loved by many, respected by all. That's it. Hated by most, loved by many, respected by all. That's right. They need some courage. They can't do it. They can't do it. And they was right there. And they was right there. You was there. You was her best friend. You made shirts for her in 2016. You got her a job. You moved to Atlanta. You hear from God too. Like, I just ain't get it. But it just shows pressed. That's all I can see. When I read the thing, God said pressed. Another pressed one. Pressed. Y'all gonna stay pressed. I'm out, y'all. I love y'all with the love of Christ. God loves each and every one of us more. I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Just to get off this phone so I can call my boss to see if I've got to go to work in the morning. I feel it coming on. Y'all silly. I'm gonna get Michelle Chappelle will be back one day. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. That's right. They need courage to even tell their truth. They scared. I'm not.